This Week in Agribusiness, serving America's most essential industry, is brought to you by Case IH. Welcome back to This Week in Agribusiness. It's a pleasure to join you again this weekend here. Mike Pearson has not been at the desk this weekend because he was traveling. He was visiting with a bunch of producers of organic crops at a conference in California where they were talking about what is happening these days, or maybe what is not happening, we should say. We're not seeing that continued dramatic growth in the market for the organic crops. Let's check in with Mike.
Max, thanks for holding things down in the studio this week so I could come to Monterey, California to the Organic Growers Summit. 600 organic growers from across the western states gathered here this week to talk about the innovation and the changes in their sector of the ag economy. I had the chance to talk with Walt Duflock, the Vice President of Innovation with Western Growers, about why they've been a partner in this event for so many years.
So we became the title sponsor of this show 4 shows ago. It's been a great partnership with Matt Seeley and the team. And the benefit to our Western Grower members who grow all the fruits, nuts, and vegetables is 2 days to focus on just the issues related to organic and put everything else to the side. So it gives them a place to listen to the thought leaders, the growers, the researchers, and the industry folks that are doing the work in organic, figuring out what's hot, what's not, what's maybe overhyped, and just 2 days of knowledge on that.
So in that 2 days of knowledge, you had a chance to talk to growers from across the state and country, probably. Well, what is on their minds? What's hot in 2023 for organic growers?
I think there's a couple topics that keep hitting the top of the meter, if you will. Number one is what's going on with the organic growth rates. As an industry, you saw double-digit growth year over year in organic sales in the 2010s until about 2019. Since then, we've hit a flat patch for the organic category as a whole for about 5 years. Now, there's individual crop types like strawberries that continue to do well and some of the leafy greens, but organic as a whole has slowed down. We're trying to figure out why and what to do about it. Some of that is probably consumer awareness. Some of it's probably retail buyer awareness of some of the challenges with organic production. And then the second hot topic is what innovations are out there that can help organic recreate some growth out of that, right? So some of it is we need more demand. Some of it is we need new innovation to grow organically better. That leads into the third topic, which is regenerative, sustainable, and organic have to somehow coexist in the minds of the retail buyer and the consumer. We have a long way to go to get that right. That discussion's alive and well here.
Well, those discussions that were happening, no doubt they'll continue on farms and ranches over the course of the next year. What do you think is going to be a bright spot as you look ahead to 2024 for the organic market?
I actually think the organic market will continue to see growth in a couple of key categories. The hotter categories, the strawberries and some of those leafy green categories. I think one of the real growth levers is what's called value-added products. So if you think about the salad kits and all the snack kits that come out nowadays in Starbucks and in grocery stores and all that, the consensus is among a lot of folks in the leafy green industry and the fruit side that the value-added kits will continue to grow. Here's an interesting stat. 40 years ago, most of the lettuce left Salinas Valley as whole head product, and now that number's half and half. Half leave as whole head, half leave as bag salads. So that's tremendous growth in the bag salad industry. Taylor Farms, Fresh Express, Dole, and all the rest of them doing great work on packaged products. That's where we think the growth is in the value add side of the business.
Yes, Max, lots of excitement down here in Monterey at the Organic Grower Summit. That was Walt Duflock, Vice President of Innovation at Western Growers.
When you ponder the reason that organic market isn't growing dramatically, you have to think about the consumer shock, perhaps, because of all of the inflation, all of the items that go into that supermarket cart. And maybe there is some consumer backlash, perhaps, because of the inflation they are seeing.